What is going on out there?
Everyone, we're about to evacuate the plane. Remain calm.
157 passengers rush to escape a burning 737.
No, let's go!
This is a true story. The reconstructions are based on original cockpit voice recordings and eyewitness accounts.
China Airlines Flight 120 is on final approach for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin our descent into Okinawa Naha Airport. Please give the flight attendants your full cooperation as they prepare the cabin for a landing.
The captain is 47-year-old Yu Chien-ku.
What's the weather for approach?
Cloud ceiling is 8,000 feet, winds at 8 knots.
The first officer is 26-year-old Tseng Ta-wei. Landing this Boeing 737 should be routine. Flight 120 is a 1-hour journey from Taiwan to the southern Japanese island of Okinawa. This morning, there are 157 passengers and 8 crew on board. The pilots reconfigure their plane as they slow down and descend for landing.
Let's go to flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
They deploy flaps from the wing's back edge, along with slats from the front edge. These devices keep the plane airborne at lower speeds. It's a textbook landing.
Flaps up. After landing checklist.
Speed brakes.
All that's left for the China Airlines pilots is to park the plane.
Engine start levers.
Engine start levers cut off.
With the engines off, they can finally relax.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts off.
But one passenger has noticed that something's not right.
What is going on out there?
Anti-ice off.
The pilots are finishing the shutdown checklist.
Transponder TCAS.
Hey, what is this?
What's happening?
Just when they thought they were safely parked,
Cockpit, ground. Number 2 engine fire.
a radio call alerts them to an urgent danger. Their plane is on fire.
Attention crew on station. Attention crew on station. Cabin crew, prepare for evacuation. Prepare for evacuation.
Everyone, remain calm. We're about to evacuate the plane. Remain calm.
Fear begins to spread throughout the cabin. Outside, the fire is getting worse.
Remain calm. No pushing.
Parking brake, speed brake, slap lever.
The pilots know they need to get their passengers off the plane before flames reach the fuel tanks. But they can't open the cabin doors yet.
Engine fire warning switches. Override.
They must follow an evacuation checklist. Seconds feel like hours as the crisis escalates. Finally, the pilots are ready to open the doors.
Evacuation required now. Required.
No pushing, no pushing. Please keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
With the fire growing more intense, time is running out.
Okay, no pushing. Keep moving forward.
The plane has been burning for close to 3 minutes. It could explode at any moment.
Captain, all passengers are evacuated. You're the last one.
gotta get out of here.
The pilots have put their passengers' safety first. But now it may be too late for them.
You're gonna have to climb up to the window. You first.
All 737 cockpits are equipped with an emergency escape rope. It's designed to help pilots exit through the side window. Then, passengers run to safety as a fiery explosion engulfs the plane they just escaped. The fate of the pilots is still unknown. The force of the blast overpowers the first officer. Incredibly, he's able to get up and away from the flames. The captain quickly follows. More explosions rock the airport. Finally, fire trucks arrive on scene. Fire on an airplane can quickly become lethal. Incredibly, on Flight 120, all 165 people on board have escaped unharmed. If there's a next time, passengers may not be so lucky. Pressure to figure out what happened falls on an international team of air crash investigators. They need to explain how an airliner that had landed safely and turned off its engines suddenly burst into flames. They soon get their answer.
A downstop assembly.
The downstop assembly is part of the slat mechanism on the wing's leading edge. Pilots extend flaps and slats during every takeoff and landing. The downstop is fixed to the end of a track that slides back and forth. The device prevents the slats from moving too far forward. They examine the downstop assembly from Flight 120. They spot something. There's supposed to be a washer right behind the nut. It fell off during the maintenance procedure in Taiwan. The downstop assembly had a well-tightened nut that was also glued to the bolt. How could it fall out? And how did this piece start a raging fuel fire that destroyed a $70 million airplane? Investigators experiment with the suspicious part from Flight 120 to see how it performs without the washer. They make a stunning discovery. The small washer is the only thing preventing the unit from falling out of its mount.
Without the washer, it fails.
The 737 holds 4,390 gallons of fuel, much of it in tanks located inside the plane's two massive wings. The slat can is the area inside the wing that houses the moving track. The space inside the slat can is tight, just big enough for the sliding track. A foreign metal object taking up any space inside the can would be an accident waiting to happen. Investigators believe they finally understand the sequence of events that led to a devastating fuel fire in Okinawa. It all begins weeks before the accident with a botched repair to a critical component. A single missing washer. 6 weeks after the failed repair, a routine descent into Okinawa requires the pilots to deploy the flaps and slats as usual. Inside one of the track cans on the right wing, the loosened downstop is just barely holding on. Touchdown is enough of a jolt to finally knock the downstop out of its track.
Flaps on.
The unsuspecting crew soon retracts the flaps and slats. The plane's powerful hydraulics move the slat track back into the can. But now the downstop bolt is in the way. The track pushes it to the back of the can and then straight through, puncturing the right-wing fuel tank. As the plane taxis, the engine exhaust is powerful enough to disperse the leaking fuel. It can't come into contact with the hot tailpipe or brakes.
After landing checklist.
But once the pilots park and shut down the engines, the situation instantly becomes much more dangerous. The leaking fuel starts dripping directly onto the scorching hot tailpipe.
What is going on out there?
The leaking jet fuel ignites on contact. The cabin crew's professional conduct gets 157 passengers off the plane in just 1 minute and 42 seconds.
The repair that was ordered actually caused the fire.